So this is going to officially be the 4th video on the new anime channel. Thank you guys for the support in the recent videos. Honestly, did not expect this many people, but I appreciate it. For today's video, I have a subject I'm actually really interested in, and this is what the new big 3 in anime are. So I'm sure that most of you already heard this term before, but for those who have somehow not heard it, the big 3 in anime are basically whatever the most influential anime of that time period are. As of right now, there are currently considered to be 3 generations of big 3, with the first one being Sailor Moon, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Dragon Ball. Then after that, you have the middle generation big 3, with this being what I personally believe is the most popular one in terms of sales, and this generation of big 3 would be Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. This is what people rarely think of when you say the big 3. And then finally, what we'll be discussing in today's video is what is the current generation of big 3, because there are a lot of new gen anime to choose from. Do you just go straight to the heavy hitters like Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, or Jujutsu Kaisen? I don't know, but this is a list created by a website called GameRat, and I figured I'd go and react to it, and yeah. So let's say right here that with the big 3 making a bit of a resurgence with Bleach's return, One Piece's Wano arc in its climax, and Boruto's big moments like Naruto's Baryon mode, many anime fans are debating what this generation's big 3 really are, and they're actually looking at longevity, cultural impact, and overall numbers and popularity. So pretty much what makes this anime what it is. Okay, so first things first, starting off with an honorable mention, and it looks like we have a picture of Shin right here. I'm actually happy to see Fire Force getting some recognition. So it looks like for their first honorable mention, they have Tokyo Revengers, and I'm not mad at that, but it doesn't make sense to me. While Tokyo Revengers is very popular and I love everything about it, Mikey, Takemichi, I didn't really like, but I'm not mad at Tokyo Revengers being here, but I am a little bit confused as to why it's on a list for the big 3 anime, because while it was popular, it damn sure was not popular enough to be there. It is just an honorable mention, so I'm not mad at that. Fire Force, and this to me is like a much bigger candidate for big 3 or new big 3. Fire Force has been out for a decent amount of time. You know, the 3rd season actually just got renewed to come out. It's in production right now, so it'll be released in the near future, and I'm not mad at that. Shinra is a great protagonist. 3rd, 1st, 2nd, 4th generation pyrotechnics. It's a great power system. I love everything about Fire Force. It's unique, and I don't understand why more people don't like it. Yeah, Fire Force is great. If anything, that should have been on here above some of this, but Black Clover is an honorable mention. So I'm not gonna lie, this point right here is really a tough one, because Black Clover is very popular, and it's pretty much popular enough to get in what's considered the new generation of big 3. If it weren't for one anime, I would have definitely put Black Clover in the new gen of big 3, but that anime did release, and this is an anime called Jujutsu Kaisen, and I guarantee you've heard of it. And before JJK released, I would have most definitely put Black Clover there, but JJK is just that popular. In its first season, it already has a movie out, which is surpassing records for an anime movie, which is crazy because Demon Slayer was the last anime to actually do this. And you're telling me that this anime that just released is getting Demon Slayer levels of success? Jujutsu Kaisen is going crazy, and if it weren't for this, Black Clover would have definitely been in the top 3, but I'm sorry, JJK is out. Jujutsu Kaisen basically walked in and said, "Alright son, it's time to stop playing. You know, the king is here to return to his throne," and that's really what it did. I'm sorry. And yes, I do know that Black Clover is actually getting its own movie soon, and that's cool, but I genuinely do not believe that that movie is going to do as good as a movie like Movie Zero for JJK, and that might be unfair to say, but it's just the truth. I'm sorry. So yeah, Black Clover fans, I love y'all, but I'm sorry, man. JJK just kind of comes and just blows it out of the water. But yeah, now we can move on to the actual big 3 list, and I'm excited for this. So I see here already we have a picture of Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and nobody is surprised by that, okay? Demon Slayer is insanely popular. I think that Demon Slayer, as of right now, and I hate to say this as the biggest One Piece fan, actually has more sales than One Piece. One Piece is known as the best-selling manga of all time, if I'm not mistaken. I think that it is, and the fact that Demon Slayer might have actually surpassed that, I'm not sure if that's in total sales or the speed at which it got those sales, but I think it's comparative to One Piece right now, which is, it's crazy to even utter that sentence. So they say right here that the first to make the cut is an extremely new anime that has a lot of traction and has left a mark on the global anime community already. Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, no surprise there. With an explosive first season, almost every major streaming service with access to this anime has made it a point to advertise it and sell it because audiences everywhere are going crazy to watch it. True. Animated by the now legendary studio MAPPA, JJK has seen massive numbers in streaming and in movie ticket sales. So let me pause real quick to say that the legendary studio MAPPA is completely correct. Mappa is going insane. They now have Chainsaw Man, they've animated Attack on Titan, they're animating this new anime called Hell's Paradise. I haven't read that one, but Mappa is taking on a lot of work, and they're making it look beautiful at the same time, so props to them. JJK has seen massive numbers in streaming as well as movie ticket sales. Facts. While the author has stated that he wants the story to be short, the manga is still going strong with complicated interwoven storylines, brutal deaths, and fight scenes that can't be undersold. Knowing this, the anime should be around for at least the next 5 years, and audiences are going to look at JJK's cast very similarly to how they looked at Naruto's. I'm not mad at that, I'm not gonna lie. This might seem like a crazy claim, but I think JJK has everything it needs. I think it has all the tools it requires to get to the point where people begin to look at it as they look at Naruto. One thing that I think that JJK does that Naruto doesn't do as much is it's definitely a lot darker while also being light. I don't know how they do it, but if you've read the Shibuya arc, so much stuff happens that you don't expect to happen. It's crazy and it's very dark. I don't know how they do it, but I think that that's what JJK has that I would say Naruto really didn't for me, is kind of like a darkness. Like, even though Naruto did have its dark moments with, you know, Sasuke and sometimes, you know, Naruto getting pulled down, it always ended up with, you know, Naruto being on top, and that is not happening in JJK, bro. If you're reading the manga, you know what I'm talking about. That does not happen. Itadori doesn't just magically come out with a win. But yeah, JJK, I'm not surprised it's here. It's Jujutsu Kaisen for all the reasons I said before. It's there. So I'm sitting here editing this video. I gotta say, I worded this really badly for Naruto. Let me rephrase and go on and just say that in JJK, the darkness is a lot more visible. It's clear. It's presented to the viewer, and you can see it. Like, a lot of messed up stuff happens. In Naruto, a lot of messed up stuff happens too. But you gotta dig deeper. You gotta really like look in the meanings for that. If you're just watching this show just for entertainment, you probably won't notice it that much, but hopefully that made sense. This is a very bold claim though. They're saying that Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be looked at least the cast, in the same way that people looked at Naruto. Keep that in mind. Next up, they have Demon Slayer, and let's see what they have to say for this. Yet another popular shonen series, Demon Slayer is taking the world by storm with some of the best animated fight sequences ever seen, opening songs sung by anime fans across the globe, heroes who embody the underdog spirit. Demon Slayer is here to stay. With now 2 seasons as well as a movie under its belt, fans can be sure that Studio Ufotable are going to continue to do the show justice. Despite the manga having been completed for some time now, the show is sure to stick around for quite some time because Tanjiro's fight has only just begun to heat up now that he's faced a few upper moons. Yeah, everything they're saying is facts. Demon Slayer is insanely popular. I remember when I was trying to watch episodes on Crunchyroll, the website would literally crash because so many people were trying to watch it at the same time. Same with Attack on Titan. I mean, Demon Slayer is just that popular. It has a movie that has broken the record for the most amount of money ever made by an anime movie. It broke that record. Now, the Mugen Train movie I thought was pretty good. I didn't think it was anything that crazy, but it was a good movie. Not only that, it's beautiful, it's animation, it's just, it's design overall. Demon Slayer looks beautiful. For a seasonal anime, it's doing what a seasonal anime should be doing. I'm sure the animators take time to animate everything perfectly, and it shows. The story is a little bit basic, but that's most shonen anime, so I can't really complain too much about that. But yeah, Demon Slayer is great. And I've actually read the manga, by the way, and the manga is also, it's written really well. I enjoy the manga a lot, so yeah. And then finally on this list, they have, surprise, surprise, My Hero Academia. Who would have seen that come? They say right here, to cap off our list of this generation's big 3, My Hero Academia must make an appearance, and I fully agree. While a fan base can sometimes turn people away from the show, its worldwide influence cannot be understated. Kids and adults all around the globe have flocked to this anime to debate fights, character motivations, theories, best boy, best girl, and the list goes on. With a few movies and several seasons of anime, My Hero continues to be a staple in this generation's big 3. The manga is still going strong and only building more and more momentum towards its eventual climax, so audiences of all ages can look forward to Class 1A's continued struggles against the villains and learning what it means to truly become a hero. Honestly, everything they said here was facts. Something I didn't catch while reading this though is its popularity. Like, they did say it has a worldwide influence, but I feel like compared to what they wrote for JJK and Demon Slayer, they're really underestimating how popular Deku is. My Hero Academia does have a weird fan base, but its fan base is so big to the point where you can actually notice these people. It's noticeable online, it's noticeable in real life. You can actually tell when somebody's a My Hero Academia fan. I know it's weird, but an influence it's had, it definitely deserves its spot in the big 3. And now it's actually on its 5th season, which is probably doesn't sound like a big deal, but what other new gen anime is on its 5th season? It's been here for a while now. I think it started out in 2017. No, I think it was 2016. So My Hero is definitely like, if anything, it's almost the father figure of this version of the big three. Just like how the other father figure of the original one would kind of be Dragon Ball Z, around the longest. Just like how My Hero, the anime at least, has been around longer than the anime for Demon Slayer and JJK have been around. Like, that's just how it is. It's just the truth. But yeah, My Hero, I think I actually pretty much talked about everything about My Hero. I love the power system, quirks, it's cool. And then finally, you have the elephant in the room. And this anime, Attack on Titan, is so weird to talk about, because when you're discussing Attack on Titan and the new generation of the big three, do you count it as an old generation big three or new, since it's technically still airing in this era? Now, Attack on Titan isn't technically airing in this era because it was supposed to finish around the same time, I believe, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood finished. The only issue with that is they put it on hiatus for, I think, 10 years, which is crazy. How do you go that long without animating your show? I have no idea, but yeah, I would consider it as old. This right here, this list would not be complete without mentioning one show in particular that has influenced anime culture for nearly a decade, Attack on Titan. With the anime coming to a close, it didn't make this list in particular, but it will go down as one of the most popular and influential anime ever. It broke streaming number records, it even broke some streaming services due to the sheer volume of fans trying to watch the show. This is true. Same for Demon Slayer. I used to log into Crunchyroll and I could not get onto the show because so many people were trying to get in at the same time. I had to wait like an hour before I could go back and actually watch it, or watch it on the website. Despite long hiatuses and studio changes, Attack on Titan persevered and maintained the Titan-like grip it had on the community at large. Facts. I agree with all of these. I agree with the honor mentions as well. Honestly, this has been a W list, and if you guys have any anime you'd put in over Demon Slayer, JJK, and My Hero, let me know. I'm genuinely curious. I want to debate with you guys over that. And if you think that an anime aside from Sailor Moon was in that generation with Goku and Yusuke, hey, let me know. I'm curious about that too. But I like this list, and I hope you guys enjoy it.